welcome to this Blender tutorial. So in this tutorial, we're going to be modeling this low poly card that you see over here, and at the end of this tutorial, we are going to be creating this short animation. So stay tuned, make sure you complete this tutorial. And in case you are new to Blender and you don't know how to use Blender, this tutorial is for complete beginners, so you don't have to worry. But I will also leave the link to a video I created on introduction to Blender for complete beginners in the description. And in case you don't have Blender installed or you're on PC, I will also leave the link to another video I created on how to download and install Blender, so make sure you check the description. Okay, let's proceed. So you can see every key I am working on right over here at the bottom left. Okay, so what we are going to do, you go on A to select all and X to delete. Just quickly move this closer. Okay, then you go on Shift C to bring the cursor to the center, then Shift A, add in a cube. Okay, then you scale the cube SY, scale it in the Y axis to something like this. Okay, now you go on SX and scale it in the X axis until you get something like this. I am actually taking this from a reference picture. Okay, SX, I think this should be okay. Okay, now you go on SZ to scale in the Z axis until you get something like this. Something like this. Okay, now you tab into the edit mode by clicking tab on your keyboard. Sorry, I'll just quickly close this. Or you can also come over here and change to edit mode. Okay, and for the laptop users, in case you can't move around, you don't have a mouse, you can always use this over here to move around, as you can see. Okay, so now we go on Ctrl R to add in a loop cut. Then you left click to confirm, bring the loop cut to somewhere around this side. Okay, I will just double tap G to move it, so you move it forward to somewhere like this. Okay, I will double tap G again. I just want it to be a little bit forward. Okay, now I come to the face select mode, select this face, then go on number pad 3. There is 3 on your number pad for the side view. Then go on EZ to extrude on the Z axis. Okay, until you have something like this. Okay, so now what we are going to do here, you come to the edge select mode. You select this edge over here, hold down your shift button and select this other edge. Okay, now you come to scale and Shift Z to scale only in the X and the Y axis. So you just bring it to something like this. Okay, so just make sure you have something like this. Now I'll also select this edge, GY, move it forward a little bit. Then I will select this edge and GY, move it backward a little bit, so I can have something like this. And I will also go on GZ to move it down just a little bit. Okay, so we have something like this. So now what we are going to be doing here, we are going to be adding in the screens. So we come to face select mode, you select this face, go on I to insert, bring it to somewhere around here. Okay, so I'll select this, then I'll go on I to insert, then you bring it to somewhere around this side, not so inside. Okay, now you go to the edge select mode, you select this edge over here, then go on GZ and bring it down to something like this. Okay, now let's do the same for the other side. You go to the face select mode, you select this, I to insert and bring it to something like this. Then you go back to the edge select mode, select this edge, G, Z, bring it down in the Z axis. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be adding the same for this. So we come to the face select mode, you select this face, I to insert and bring it down to something like this. Okay, now I will go to the edge select mode, select this edge, GZ, and bring it down. Okay, now we're going to be adding a loop cut over here. So I'll just go on Ctrl R, left click to confirm, bring the loop cut to somewhere around this side. I will just double tap G to move the loop cut forward a little bit to something like this. Then Ctrl R again, left click to confirm to add in another loop cut and bring this loop cut to somewhere around here. So I will left click to confirm and go to the vertex mode while that loop cut is still selected. Then I'll select this over here, hold down my shift button and also select this. Then I'll go on GY, just move it so it looks a little bit straight. Okay, so now I'll go to the face select mode, select this face, hold down my shift button, select this face, select this face, select this face, and select this and this. Don't forget, the laptop users, if you don't have a mouse, you can always use this over here to orbit around. Okay, then I will go on while all those faces are being selected. So I will go on Alt E and extrude faces along the normals. Okay, then I will just take it in a little bit, okay, to something like this. Then I will left click to confirm. Okay, I actually want this face to come forward a little bit, so I will select this face. I will double tap G. Okay, then move it forward a little bit to something like this. Okay, so now we have all the screens there. Okay, then another thing I would love to do here is to add in like a bumper. So what I will actually do, go on Ctrl R, add in a loop cut, left click to confirm, bring the loop cut somewhere around this side. Okay, I will go on Ctrl R again, left click to confirm and bring in this loop cut to be somewhere around here. I'll go on Ctrl R, add in another loop cut over here and bring this loop cut to somewhere around this side. Okay, then I'll go to the face select mode. I will select this face, hold down your shift button, select this face, hold down your shift button and select this face. Then what I will do here, just go on Alt E, extrude along the normals, and you bring that out a little bit. You can always use your arrow key if you can't make use of the mouse to extrude along the normals. Okay, so we have something like this. I will do the same over here. Select this face, come over to this side, select this face, select this face. Okay, then I'll go on Alt E, extrude along the normals, and I will also extrude this out to something like this. Okay, then I will like to add in a headlamp. So what I will actually do, I'll just go on Shift A and add in a cube. As you can see, the cube is over here. So I'll just go on GZ, bring it upwards. So I will just scale this. Just go on S to scale. Okay. Then go on SY to scale in the Y axis, make it flatter. The XZ to scale in the Z axis. I'll go on GY, just move it to somewhere around here. GZ, move it downward to something around that. Okay, I think I should scale this further, so I'll go on SY to scale it until you have something like this. Okay, that will also go on S to scale it. Okay, now I'll go on 1 on my number part to go to the front view, then just go on G, grab it and place it somewhere around here. Somewhere around here, so I'll go on SX to scale in the X-axis, SZ to scale in the Z-axis, GZ to move it upward to something around, yeah. Okay, now I need to take it in, so I'll just go on 3 on my number pad, then GY, just take it in a little bit, something like this. This is perfect. Okay, then while it is still selected, go on Ctrl R to add in a loop cut, left click to confirm and bring it to somewhere around this side. Okay, now I will leave my cursor on the cube, then I will click on L to select all the link vertices. I'll come over here to add a modifier, add in a mirror modifier, mirror. Okay, as you can see, we have it over here. Okay, so what I will actually do here, I will duplicate this as the side mirror, then shift D to duplicate, as you can see over here. Then I'll go on Y to construct it to the Y axis, not to bring it to something like this. Then I'll go on GX to bring it outside to something like this. Now I'll go on 3 on my number pad to bring it to somewhere around here. So I'll go on GY, grab, bring it to somewhere around this side. Okay, then GZ, move it upward, something around this side. Okay, then I will rotate. Now I'll go on GX to bring it in. I'll go on 1 on my number pad just to check if this is correct. GX to bring it in. Okay, now I'll go on S to scale, then X on the X-axis just to make it shorter to something like this. I'll go on GX, bring it in again a little bit. Okay, GX, let me take it out a little bit to somewhere like this. Okay, now what we are going to be doing here, we go to the face select mode, we select this face, then go on EX to extrude along the X axis, somewhere like this. So you left click to confirm, then I'll go on GZ to move, to bring it down to something like this. Okay. Okay, then I also like to add something like a plate number around here. So I will, excuse me. So I will hover my mouse on this headlamp over here. Then I'll click on L, then shift D to duplicate. I'll bring it down over to this side. Then I'll go on GX to move it in. So we have something like this. Okay, I'll go on SZ just to scale it up. GZ, bring it down. Then I'll go on 3 on my number pad to check if it's placed at the center. I would love to take it in a little bit. GY, just take it in. Then I will select this face. As you can see, we are having some problem here. I'll just select that face and X to delete vertices. Okay, so we are done with it. Okay, let's also duplicate this. I'll come over here, L to select all the link vertices, then Shift D to duplicate, then Y in the Y axis and bring it out. Okay, but I will go on Z for the wireframe mode so I can see better. Then GY, bring it back. Go back to the solid view. Okay, I'll go to number part 3. Then GY, just take it in. Something like that. Okay, now we are done with the modeling of the car. So it's time to add in some wheel. I'll tap back into the object mode and don't forget to save. Just come over here to file, save. I will actually name this as low poly car. Okay, then save blender file. Okay, so what we are going to be doing here, we are going to be adding in a cylinder. So you just go on Shift A, merge, add in a cylinder, RY 90 degree, hit enter. Then go to your number part 3, G, bring the cylinder down to somewhere around this side. Okay, so we are going to be using the cylinder. I'll scale this a little bit. Okay, so we are going to be using the cylinder to make a cut on the body of the car. So before we do that, you come over to edit, preferences, and just come over here and type in bool 2. Then you make sure the bool 2 is enabled. Okay, then you select the cylinder, come over here, hold down your shift button, select the car, come to object, bool 2, under brush boolean difference. Okay, as you can see, it actually made a hole under there. So what we just have to do is select the empty, GX, just move it out to somewhere around this side. Okay, and go on Ctrl S to save your work. Make sure this cylinder is selected. Then we come over here, add a modifier. Then we come to the mirror. Okay, now you select this picker over here and make sure you select the car, which is the cube. Sorry, excuse me while I drink water. Okay, so you have something like this. Okay, so now we are going to duplicate this for the back. So just go on 3 on your number pad, then Shift D to duplicate, then Y. So you bring it over to this side, somewhere like this. As you can see, there's no cut on the body of the car. All we just have to do, make sure the cylinder is selected, put down your shift button, select the cube, then object, come over here to bool 2, under difference, under brush boolean difference. And if we go on the number part 3, you can see there's a curve there. Okay, so you select the cylinder, you go on Shift S, then cursor to the selected to bring the 3D cursor to the center. Then you go on Shift A, merge, add in a cylinder. Before clicking any other side, come over here and make sure this is set to 14 because we want to keep this low poly. Okay, while this cylinder is selected, go on RY 45 degree, hit enter, oops, go on RY again 45 degree, hit enter. Okay, so I will scale this, I'll come over here, SX to scale in the x-axis, bring it to something like this. Okay, I'll go on 3 on my number pad, S to scale, bring it to something like this. Forward, upward rather, S to scale, just make sure it's something like this. I think I still need to bring it. GZ, bring it down to something like this. Okay, now I'll select this cube, this empty, select this empty, then GZ, move it upward a little bit. Okay, so I'll select this now, S to scale it to something like this. Okay, 3 on my number pad, check on that, it's okay. So now, while the cylinder is selected, which is the wheel, we tap into the edit mode. You can always change from here. Come over here, edit mode, then make sure it's in the face select mode. Select this face, I to insert the face to something around this, something like this. Okay, then go on EX to extrude it in. So extrude it to something like this. Okay, now go on I to insert another face, make the face to be something like this, then go over to this angle, then GX, sorry, just Ctrl Z to undo that, change that, then EX to extrude in the x-axis to something like this. Okay, so I will zoom in, GX, bring it out little bit. Okay, so I will zoom in now, select this face, hold down my shift button, select this face, select this face, select this face, this, okay, and this. Come over to this angle over here. Now go on EX and take it out to something like this. Okay, I think this is perfect. Okay, now I will go on L to select all the link vertices, then GX, bring it in something like this. I also go on SX to scale it further in the x-axis, so we have something like this. Okay, so I will start back into the object mode and make sure that is selected, add in a modifier, then so I'll add in a mirror modifier. Okay, as you can see over here, it is not mirror to this side. All we do have to do, come over to this speaker and we select the car, so it's right over in this side. Okay, so what I will do here again, just go on Shift D to duplicate, Y to move in the Y axis and bring it to somewhere around here. I'll go on my number pad 3 just to see clearly, GY, make sure it's placed at the center. Okay, so something like this. So as you can see, it is actually making a lot of sense. So this will bring us to the end of the part 1 of this tutorial. So in the part 2 of this tutorial, we are going to be adding in a constraint. So we want it to be in such a way that when this car moves forward, the wheel move along with it, and at the same time it is rotating along with the car. So do well to check on the part 2 of this video. I will leave the link in the description below, or you can also click up here. I'll see you in the next video.